analogy down the rabbit hole, because what is a book without pictures and conversation, thought Alice. Zimzalla! I'll read just random extracts from Minimus, and then I'll read something else. Opening in the main part of a small urban shopping street in November 2011, place code is read through a facade of shop fronts, advertisements, illuminated signs and displays during a period of 2 years. Reading continues through several changes of property use, various premise refurbishments, shop front alterations and different signs. The reading begins and ends in public houses on opposite sides and opposite ends of its main thoroughfare, closing November 12, 2013 with this composition and subsequent publication as object outside its place code and time. I, Minimus Penge, to you. And then there's a selection of readings of storefronts. 99p stores, everything under £1. William Hill Bookmakers, 2 SE20 premises. Glamour Fingers, specialist in nail art design. Shoe Zone, The Money Shop, pawnbrokers and money cash, changed to pawnbroking, checks, cash, loans, and We Buy Gold in 2013. Santander, designer drapes, bespoke curtains and blind makers, curtain makers. Axe Pharmacy, read Max, but the M got broken off, replaced by new sign in 2013, reading Max again. Police Station, closed, freehold for sale. Angel Restaurant, Turkish barbecue restaurant, changed 2013 from Antwerp Margot, Kebads, Lamakun, Hot Stew, Sudal Yemek, Korba. Mrs. Afro-Caribbean and European hair and nail stylist, single plaits, £40, relax with our relaxer, £15, treatment and tong, £15, wash and set, £10, children's treatment, £10, oil steam treatment, £15, weave on, £25, added 2013. Mrs. name has completely faded since reading began, leaving 2 bleached photographic images on sign. Liddell, Specsavers, Kasha Clinic and Hair, the Mobility Centre, 5-star approved dealer, stair and bath lift, rise, reclining chairs, batteries and services. The reader crosses over to opposite side of the road, walks to the lower end of Main High Street and recommences. There's a lot of walking before that. Power Group, Fire and Security Engineers, Locksmiths, William Hill Bookmakers, 2 SC20 premises. Tesco Express, open every day 6 AM to 11 PM, replaced Nisa Local, Fresh Fruit and Veg in 2012. Men's Barber, Cycle Shop, Cycles SE20, premises vacant when reading began, refurbished as Cycle Shop SE20 in 2012. Goddess Boutique, Rococo Spray Tanning when reading began. Penge Express, dry cleaners, Albert Parr, funeral directors, cremations, burials, Twang Guitars, carpet light, every floor reduced, post office, money transfer, changed from MoneyGram to National Exchange in 2013, Sense Charity Shop for deaf blind people, replaced Poundwood in 2012, British Heart Foundation, charity shop, garden restaurant, breakfast, lunch, dinner, Hajj & Sons, halal meat, fresh and frozen fish, fresh vegetables, groceries. China Lily, finest Chinese, Peking and Cantonese fast food, stitch-to-stitch customised embroidery, So-Be, tanning beauty and training centre, Sainsbury's, the Moon and Stars Public House. The Moon and Stars is a local Wetherspoon chain pub premise, formerly Odeon Cinema, described by the landlady of the Crooked Billet as Death's Waiting Room. Gathered at table 33 in November 2011 are 4 white men in their mid-60s, including 1 poet. The 4 are veterans of Beckenham's long-closed studios art centres. 2 decades before, they met weekly on Thursdays in a larger female-male mixed-age group known as local literary aspirants, Beckenham Scribblers. The Beckenham was dropped and received a one-off Arts Council Lottery Award in 1997. The 4 scribbling veterans sit, drink and socialise several times a year. Talk is politics, football, mainly Crystal Palace and Tottenham Hotspur, films watched, pensions and retirement, health checks, ageing and mortality. Then swift change to new place visited. 3 of the men are keen drama and theatre enthusiasts. 1 a drama teacher, 1 a mature drama school graduate. 2 of the men won prizes with plays staged at Bromley's Church and Greenwich's Playhouse Theatres. Talk drifts to subjects of favourite actors and singers, to sons, daughters, grandchildren, to wives alive. Their table 33 could qualify as a table of SE20's local pub philosophers if table 62 hadn't already grabbed the title first. Reading reaches the apotheosis at this Moon and Stars gathering. An unfamiliar woman addresses the table. The four men are the last remaining customers drinking in the pub. It is 11:30 p.m. The woman offers the gentleman a solicitous invitation to which the four decline, leaving the unknown female stranger sitting by herself, alone at table 33. Post-word. At a seasonal follow-up in December 2011, table 62 is vacant. Four elderly scribblers occupy table 62. The poet describes how he plans to repenge through shopfront signs as minimus homage to Charles Olson's reading of Gloucester, Massachusetts in the Maximus poems. In January 2012, the poet reads a minimus poem at London Writers' Forum news series. An attendee says she enjoys this ode to penge. In May 2013, a former Scribblers coordinator among the men announces his decision to retire and move away from London. He leaves the remaining Scribblers sets of photocopied left-hand corner staple copies of opening chapters of writings entitled Not Far from World's End, a proposed novel set in the time London's topography is defined by tavern, manor, market and turf, not by borough or district. Pre-code, post-ode. The postcard is pre-ode, postcard. Just a very, very quick update. Minimus Notes, October 18, 2014. Wok Express changed to Yummy House Chinese takeaway and noodle bar for reading and publication. Fosdick's newsagent sign replaced with the Sun logo and Fosdick's in smaller lettering, 2014. Sunny newsagent replaced with the Sun logo and Swami News in smaller lettering, 2014. Eastern European food off-licensed grocery occupies empty premises, 2014. Goddess Boutique changed to Diosa, May 24. Diosa changed to Girl Like Me, September 2014. This is the first book I ever saw, 1948. The British countryside in pictures, and it wasn't a book, it was an object. And the most sort of radical thing about Zimzalla is that it's actually so easy to perceive a book as an object, something else, you know, and this is just... well, I made an actual post on a blog spot a couple of years ago, which I will... I wish I would have put this thing up in a bag, but it looks even more like an object now, doesn't it? Scraps of paper. And this is a blog spot at linguistically innovative. Wednesday, October 12, 2011. Notes on Old and New Little Presses, Part 6 and Parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 and 9. The British Countryside in Pictures the writer is rereading. It has been reread many times, but not for donkey's years. A broken hardback, the end flyer papers have added black and white photographs of Tissington village, glued in by a former owner's hand with temporal glue stains of 60 plus years. Fountain pen and faded ink inscription to Sheila and Rosemary from Will Lil, January 1948, underlined with supplements underlined by a friend. The supplements are the added stuck-in photographs, also hand-inscribed with ink by the photographer who presumably took them. The book can be read as found installation in post-war house, a sculpture, a physical presence, a living bookwork. Book production is concrete and material is process. Book unproduction is unbound poetry. Before books, broken pieces become phantasmagorical form again. Before its pieces become fetish object again. Book bits ready for waste collection. No thanks. Hardback books, we cannot recycle the cover, why not give them to charity? Unbound beyond exchange, consumer value, beyond re-commodification. Rereading book content. Lines from a poem by A.S. Wilson are selected by editor Brian V.C. Fitzgerald to describe a section on the good earth, and the publishers wish to express thanks to Miss Ruth Pitter, author of Romford Market, to Messrs. Macmillan for an extract from a poem by T.E. Brown. The closest to a sense of book as object, bookworking process of sculpture and installation, received after the Home Bay 2010 Bookshop Show, were Zimzalla's first four objects contained within a plastic stationery wallet. Zimzalla is an Avant object project organised by Tom Jenks. Three of the objects, including an audio CD with its own Avant object, Matt Dolby's work songs, walk songs, I beg your pardon, which I listen to whilst rereading the British countryside in pictures have individual ISBNs. An artsy object featuring 3 poets as a cover image instead of a title. A top left-hand corner stapled A4 17 sheeted paper report by Tina Darragh is another object. This one not bibliographically catalogued with ISBN. Stephen Emmerson's poems found at the scene of a murder, sealed up in a 165mm times 150mm A6 envelope I haven't opened since receiving it. I may open it one day. But not today. Thank you.